Today we're going to be looking at the worst mana fixing in the entirety of Magic the Gathering. Some of this will look like bad mana ramp. I'm going to start off with and have a township. That's right, it comes from Homelands, the glorious infinite factory of really bad cards. Tap to add one colorless mana to your mana pool, but get this, we can pay one, tap it to add a green to our mana pool. That's not the worst deal in the world, but it gets worse. You can pay 2, tap, get a white to your mana pool, or pay 2, tap, add a red to your mana pool. How about that? How about that for mana fixing? What time is it? It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, the way I'm looking at it. All right, next, let's take a look at Lewis has Cody. Vociferous Codex. I forget what this card does. We have a 3-mana 1/4 construct. And then you can't cast permanent spells. That's awful. Does this card have any purpose outside of just sitting in somebody's binder, fulfilling someone's collection? When you then for 4 mana, tap, add Wooburg. You do actually net mana out of this thing. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. You better be playing with a deck where this is the only permanent, because otherwise it's completely stone cold useless. Hey, Boar. Welcome. Welcome, Tresaru. It's 2 a.m. Wow, you're hardcore to be part of this show. Bootlegger's stash is well, okay. If you really need this thing, it is technically some sort of weird form of mana fixing. The bootlegger's stash. Wow, you know, when this thing was released, it was like, this thing is insane, it's broken, ban it in advance. And now we just look at as this is an incredibly overhyped card. Lands you control have tap, create a treasure token. That will be good for any mana, but you gotta basically have to tap your lands to get the mana anyway. So it's like a storage thing. You tap the land, save the mana for next turn. Doesn't work so well. Meme Bruley with Sphere of the Suns. Gotta wait until next turn to use it. And it only has 3 uses. Okay, we have a 2-mana artifact. Sphere of the Suns enters the battlefield tapped with 3 charge counters on it. Tap, remove a charge counter from Sphere of the Suns. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. It is... yeah, it comes into play tap, so it's not exact... it's like really slow ramp. It's slow mana fixing. And you only get 3 of them, and then it goes bye-bye. Very interesting. This is a poor man's ramp. For anyone that's playing Turtle Commander. Turtle, where everyone's playing at turtle speed. Beanpot, Guy's Balance. Does it count Beanpot? We'll take a look at it. It's a 4-mana sorcery. As an additional cost to play Guy's Balance, sacrifice 5 lands. Search your library for a land card of each basic land type and put them into play, then shuffle your library. This could backfire in a lot of ways, because remember, it's as an additional cost to play this spell, you gotta sack the lands. What if someone counterspells this? Then you are, like, big sad. I mean, you might as well resign. You just committed self-Armageddon on yourself. And then at best, you're only going to get basic land. So yeah, this is terrible mana fix. Absolute garbage. Boulder with a super chat. Long time no see, Coffee Crew. Long time no see, Boulder. Actually, I see you in the discard all the time. You didn't have a card, so I will give it to John with the North Star. John, who also super chats usually. We have a 4-mana artifact, pay 4, tap. You may cast 1 spell this turn by paying its mana cost with any type of mana. We are paying 4 mana for the privilege of being able to cast cards for like any type of mana. This is the worst card I've seen in my life. Maybe that goes extreme, but it's up there. For example, 4 mana becomes 4 generic. However, the card still retains its original color. Its ability is played as an interrupt. 4 mana to mana fix. That is, congratulations! I don't know if anything's gonna beat this. I don't know. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I gotta remember the North Star. Worst card That's the worst mana fixing card I've ever seen ever. Okay, next up, let's take a look at... Does Pentad Prism count? You know what? That card sees a lot of play, so I'm going to say no. Abzo with Terra Magical Adept. 4 mana! And you have to tap that damn thing. Okay, 3 mana for a 4/2. And it enters the battlefield, mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand. Then for 6 mana, exile, then transform it. And it turns into... Oh... So you have to go through. So, hey, we're talking about what's the worst mana fixing, not necessarily what the worst cards are, just the worst mana fixing. So if you want to go through the effort of playing a 3 mana 4/2, pay 6 mana, transform into the Esper Terra, wait to chapter 4, you can get double Wooburg. And it will fix your mana. I mean, if there's something you can't play off of that, maybe Eldrazi, then you have you have some huge problems. Next up. Oh, we got Meme Brulee with the super chat. Thanks so much for your super chat, Meme Brulee. Mana Prism. I imagine there's going to be a lot of cards on today's show with the word mana in it. Nice retro art, but also retro design. This is a 3 mana artifact. Tap, add 1 colorless to your mana pool, or, sorry, 1 generic. Is it 1? No, it's 1 colorless now. Pay 1 generic. Tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Classic. This is significantly worse than any random 3 mana mana rock. Just outright worthless. You think of how bad the 3 mana mana ramp is these days. This is just a grade down from that. It adds colorless mana, and if you want to filter, it's going to cost you. This is a combo piece, or are you talking about the last card? Don't worry, the card can be good. It's just got to be bad at filtering. Matthew Green with Cascading Cataracts. Cascading Cataracts. I swear this actually saw a little bit of play at some point. It's an indestructible land. Tap for a colorless, then pay 5. Tap, add 5 mana any combination of colors. I mean, at the very least, you have an indestructible land. Tell the Armageddon players to shove it. Toilet Duck with Cormella. The Glamour Thief. Where are the Europeans today? Did we gain anyone from Asia today? We definitely lost the Europeans, except Trisaru, who's up all day. All night. Okay, 4 mana for a 2/4 Vampire Rogue with haste. Pay 1, tap, add Grixis. Spend this mana only to cast instant or sorcery spells. When Cormella, Glamour Thief, dies, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Don't we gain mana out of this? This is great. You pay 1, tap, you add 3 mana. The only problem is you have to only spend it on instants and or sorceries. Trisari wants grasslands or any slow fetch land. Okay. I always considered these the most underrated lands in Magic the Gathering because they basically do what you want them to do. It's just that instead of paying life, they come onto the battlefield tap. But there's no love for these cards. Why? There's no love. Everyone complains that Magic the Gathering is too expensive. This is basically free and basically does the same thing. Look, enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, sacrifice grasslands, search your library for a forest or plains card. It will get your dual lands. It will get your shock lands. It will fix your mana perfectly. I think this is underrated. But the market suggests otherwise. I mean, this is just chopped liver. Nobody loves these things. I'm the only one that loves them. Robert with Castle Singer. Or anything from Homeland. Yeah, we started with a Homelands card. This is the Grixis one. Adds a colorless mana. You can pay 1, tap, add a black. Pay 2, tap, add a blue, and pay 2, tap to get your red. You gotta pay that extra Skrilla for that blue and that red over there. I also agree. I don't play MTG anymore, but I love your content, Nikachu. Thank you very much. Maybe one day it'll inspire you to come back. You know what I mean? I'm hearing this a little too much. There's too many other card games. Flesh and Blood. There's going to be that Rune Terra card game coming out. There's Pokemon. Did we lose anyone to Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? I feel like that we're moving the other way. We're moving backwards if that's happening. Next we have Evolving Wilds. You know what? I'd agree with you. Now this, for some reason, everyone's willing to play with this card, but no one's willing to play with this card. Someone make it make sense. Make it. Everyone loves this card for some reason. Tap, sack the land, search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield. Tapped. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Like, this land puts the land into play untapped. Anyway, yeah, Evolving Wilds is just as bad as all the other ones. Quiet Man with Yurlock of Scorch Thrash. See, 4 mana, 4/4. No, it's not that bad. You know what? I gotta just start disqualifying these because you okay, you know what? I will give it to you. I'll give it to you because each player gets the mana. Yeah, Vigilance. A player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose that much life. So we do get the mana. It will fix our mana, but in a really bad way because we're actually going to help our opponent get mana. Or maybe they can't use the mana. We got to make sure that we're playing this in an Azorius metagame, that they don't have any colorless up, or they don't have any use for colorless. Oh my god, look at Toilet Duck with the Paradise Manta. How could you do that to me? How could you do that to me? 0 mana equipment. Equip creature as tap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Equip for 1. Truth be told, this has no purpose outside of, like, comboing off. Like, yeah, you can add mana with this. No one does. It's just a combo card where you tap the creature, add a mana, and then use the mana to untap that creature or do something else and so on. Steve Cooper with the Naked Singularity. We got to jank it up. We don't have enough jank cards here. 5 mana artifact, cumulative upkeep of 3. If tap for mana, plains produce red, islands produce green, swamps produce white, mountains produce blue, and forests produce black. Yeah, I mean, if you have to go this far to put this tech in your deck in order to fix your mana, you've gone too far. You know the science. There are some questions left to science that shouldn't have been answered. A blackbird with Lord of the Forsaken. What are you playing Naked Singularity? Well, I'm trying to fix my mana. 6 mana, 6/6 demon. The Lord of the Forsaken has flying, trample, pay a black, sack another creature, target player mills 3 cards, pay 1 life, add a colorless, spend this mana only to cast a spell from your graveyard. I bet this will be broken one day. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, but like someday. Someday it's happening. Today, it's channel, but for only spells played from the graveyard. So step 1, we need to like somehow reanimate we need to give ourselves. Okay, I get it. Past in Flames on an Eldrazi, and then with an Eldrazi in the graveyard, an Eldrazi Titan, and then we play Lord of the Forsaken. And then we lose our entire life total in order to cast it. That's just how it works around here. Copyright with Sunglasses of Urza. Urza has the weirdest glasses. 3 mana artifact. You may use white mana in your mana pool as either white or red. Spend white mana as or red mana. It's so weird. Just because he puts these cool glasses on, he thinks he's Boros all of a sudden. And why is he using white mana in the first place? Is there an Azorius Urza? I'm only familiar with the blue ones. Toad says, Coffee and MTG, this late, some peeps will be awake all night from caffeine. Some people. Well, it depends what you do. Okay. We got Kagan here at the super chat. Arkham's Weathervane. This is a 2 mana artifact. Pay 2, tap, target snow-covered land becomes a non-snow-covered land of the same type. Mark the changed land with a counter. Okay, I'm not reading the ancient scripture. It's overcomplicating it, folks. It's too complicated for me. Okay, pay 2, tap, target snow land is no longer snow. Pay 2, tap, target non-snow basic land becomes snow. The hell fixing is this? Okay, I am mistaken. That we might have competition for the North Star. It might be Arkham's Weathervane. It's so specific. It's outrageously specific. It turns our non-snow land. Just play the snow basics. What kind of moron are you that you didn't put enough snow basics in your deck? It still has to be a basic land. There is no cost. If you're playing a snow deck, there is like no reason to be playing any other basic except snow basics. Like no reason at all. Okay, I understand. Maybe this is some sort of weird tech to play against your opponent who is playing a snow deck, but like there's like no point to this card. The narrowness is unbelievable. Okay, next up, we've got... A Blood Moon is a pretty bad mana fixer. Depends on the deck. 3 mana. Non-basic lands or mountains? Certainly... Okay, there is actually a weird situation where this does fix your mana. I'll tell you where. It's when you have fetched out all your lands, and all you keep doing is you keep drawing your fetch lands, and then from there you can play Blood Moon to make your fetch lands tap for mana. Hold on, give me a second. I'm back. So yeah, there's a weird world where your fetch lands, which didn't previously tap for mana, and they can't fetch out anything, suddenly taps for mana. They do something. They work. Okay, next super chat. We've got a snipe. Robert got sniped. The Sunglasses of Urza. We did that one. Did you have a replacement? Do we have a replacement, Robert? If not, I'll give it to somebody else. If you got another card, I'll keep an eye out for you. Who else? Okay, Benjamin Berkey with, how about Henge of Ramos? This is tap, add 1 colorless to your mana pool. Pay 2 tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Is perfectly terrible for this show. When you spend more mana to get less mana, you're working backwards in life. That's like paying the bank to let them keep your money. It's a weird system we got over there. Michael Ing's like, holy crap, I thought YouTube notification was playing tricks on me. Anyone watching the replay, the afternoon, there was like this, I don't know, almost system-wide outage for a lot of Google and Amazon cloud services. And so the streaming service was offline during the afternoon time, but it's online in the evening. And then everyone's like, what's going on here? We got an evening show? And that explains it, Balder, for anyone that was wondering. Christopher B would never miss a show. I should try to I should go live 2 o'clock in the morning and see what happens. We want Mana Geyser. This is a 5 mana sorcery. Add red for each tap land your opponents control. Add red for each tap land. Is that really this is not really a mana fixer. Like, you're a red deck, and you're still a red deck. Does not. It's more like ramp, and maybe bad ramp. Okay, let's go to look at conversion. That was your super chat. All right. We got 4 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice conversion unless you paid double white. All mountains are plains, just in case you need that white mana. God knows what. All mountains are plains. So strange. It's like, in the early game, I have red cards, but you know what? Late in the game, I have this white card, and I need to use conversion to help fix my mana. Next up. Okay, Christopher B wants redemption. Verdant Crescendo? The hell is that? 4 mana sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield. Tap to search your library and graveyard for a card named Nissa, Nature's Artisan. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. That barely, but does qualify. Really crappy mana ramp. Did you dye your hair today? It looks extra dark. I didn't dye my hair today, but my webcam is screwed up. All the colors are wrong. Everything is wrong right now. I don't know why it's doing that, and I'm not thrilled about it either. Very upset about it. It's very annoying. All the exposures are strange. Oh, look. Oh, it's like coming in and out of what? Look, I'm changing color. Like, what is it? What is it doing? I don't get it. Some setting needs to be turned off. I don't like it. Lesthian, the false dawn. How can a dawn be false? The sun actually is going up, not down. It's a 2-mana sorcery. Colored mana symbols on all permanents you control and on all cards you own that aren't in play become white until end of turn. And you draw a card. This is actually sort of like a weird mana screw card too. Oh no, you can't. It's got to be done at sorcery speed. What a weird card. I can't even mana screw summon with this thing. That'd be great. That is not mana fixing. Well, even the last card, you look for a basic land card. If you're a red green deck, you search out your red card. I promise would still watch. Still, I go to bed until 4 a.m. Wow. You just don't sleep, Steve Cooper. Maybe for a few minutes. You're mana fixing for real? Sagacious. Lord of the Forsaken almost breaks even with Navigator's Compass and Pendulum of Patterns all pay for themselves, but need a sack outlet to loop. I think we looked at Lord of the Forsaken. A lot of lords. Yeah, we looked at the Lord of the Forsaken. Sorry about that. Or maybe you're just adding commentary to it. I can't tell. Timeless Lotus. Yeah, I can't remember what that does. Oh, we have a 5 mana. Oh, this enter the battlefield tapped. I can't say this is bad mana fixing. I mean, it's incredible ramp. You are paying 5 mana, but you're going to be playing like 10 drops next turn. You know, if it was like 5 mana, then pay 5 tap, add this 5 mana, I would think differently. I think this is actually excellent. This is good mana fixing. Matthew Green with the super chat. Technically speaking, Blood Moon is bad mana fixing. Oh, we did. Is that like a second second snipe? I think you got sniped there. We did do Blood Moon. Which is, you're correct. It's bad mana fixing. It goes the opposite direction. If you have another card, Matthew, I'll take another one. Coveted Jewel is good, Balder. Yeah, we want. No. Well, the card can be good, but it's got to be bad fixing. That's all. Ancient Ziggurat for a replacement. Depends what deck you're playing. Okay, land, tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to play creature spells. Now, for the creature decks, they love it. I will say, it's clunky in the creature decks. So even if you're playing it in a creature deck, it can backfire on you. All of a sudden, you're looking at your artifacts. You're looking at your artifacts, your spells, and you cannot use this mana for artifacts, enchantments, instants, sorceries, planeswalkers. No, Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. This is only for the human. Oh, sorry, no, just only for the creatures. This is the only deck I knew that this deck played was humans, and maybe a jank. What is that? What is that kindred called? Allies. Jank allies. I've lost to jank allies before. Okay, what do we got here? Bryce with Celestial Dawn. Okay, we have a 3-mana enchantment. Lands you control are planes. Is that it? So, and then non-land cards you own that aren't in play, spells you control, and non-land permanents you control are white. And then you may spend white mana as though it were mana of any color. You may spend other mana as though it were colorless mana. That is such a strange card. Lands you control are planes. It's like, is this something you're supposed to donate to somebody? But then even if you do get this in play, like, how do you donate it? You have to basically float the blue mana, play Celestial Dawn, then donate this to somebody. And then all their lands become planes. And just completely wrecks. It would just wreck them. It'd be so jank. Aren't all ally decks jank? Absolutely. 100% jank. I've never been beat by a non-jank ally deck. Just trying to think of the... When I look at a card like this, I'm always wondering, like, why did they even print it? Like, what's the point of this thing? I could just play a mono white deck in the first place. What's the benefit? Non-land cards you own that aren't in play, spells you control, and non-land perms you control are white. Like, are we trying to play around Circle of Protection blue or something? You may spend white mana as though it were mana of any color. Oh, that's the benefit. You may spend other mana. Okay, that's the weird benefit over here. We are. But everything is white. Oh no, but I guess whatever. Yeah, you can use the white mana as though it were mana of any color. Okay, so it is some sort of fixing. All right, next up, let's take a look at Kagan with Rhyme Feather Owl. Oops. Okay, we have a 7-mana Star bird flying. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of snow permanents in play. Pay a snow and a generic. Put an ice counter on target permanent. Permanents with ice counters on them are snow. Hold on, permanent. Put an ice counter on target permanent. Are we? Oh, you're trying to say, like, are we trying to fix our lands into snow lands? Is that the idea? If so, that's very, very narrow. The narrowest of narrow. Next up, we've got Indiana Jones with green mana battery. Or did I just give you a card? We have 4 mana artifact, pay 2, tap, put 1 charge counter on green mana battery. Tap, add a green to your mana pool, and remove as many charge counters as you wish. For each charge counter removed from green mana battery, add green to your mana pool. Play this ability as an interrupt. For all the people that are trying to get into the green deck. You know, sometimes you don't want to play green lands. You want to play some really weird, janky, clunky green mana battery. That's the trick, because if you play this card, it will also get you your green mana. In fact, you can store the mana on it. Not only do you fix your green mana, but you also can ramp in a really bizarre world. Okay, next up. Jess says, I was a hero today. I put out a fire in a gas station garbage can today. Got a free lighter for it, oddly, which is which I went there to buy a lighter. Very strange. You didn't set the garbage on fire, did you, Jess? You telling us this story backwards? Snow mana fixing on turn 7 with a boss monster that you're... Yeah. It's a weird world that we live in. Toilet Duck. Shattered Seraph. Fun thing to do. Compare the alchemy and non-alchemy versions of the card. They don't match. Oh, they're completely different. 7 mana for a 4/4 flyer. When Shattered Seraph enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Nothing wrong with that. Pay 2, exile it from your hand. Target land gains, tap, add. Oh, Esper. Until Shattered Seraph is cast from exile. Oh, you may cast Shattered Seraph for as long as it remains exiled. You know what? This is protection from hand discard. If someone plays Wheel of Fortune, pay 2, Shattered Seraph, my land. You can't discard from my hand what's not even in my hand. But yeah, absolutely terrible mana fixing. We're going to look at more terrible mana fixing, the worst of the worst mana fixing cards in the universe. But we got to thank our sponsor today. The same as every other day, because it's my favorite sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com, the place I get my Magic the Gathering cards. And where you should too. You should get the Final Fantasy cards. They're going like hotcakes. You know, people are so hyped for them, and people say they're really expensive, and I don't blame them. That's why you have to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. Final Fantasy, or anything else. You can support the channel also by renting with Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. For the digital platform, Magic Online. That's where I play Modern, and Pauper, and Legacy, and sometimes Vintage, and sometimes sometimes Pioneer, and so on. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZAX. And back to bad mana fixing. Mana fixing for all mana fixing. Okay, Boulder wants Coveted Jewel. Okay, this is a by the way, this is a broken card. Just a heads up. But is it bad mana fixing? When it enters the battlefield, you draw 3 cards. Tap, add 3 mana of any one color. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked, that player draws 3 cards and gains control of coveted jewel untap. I'll classify this as bad mana fixing. It's terrible. If you are playing with this card in a very fair manner, it's probably gonna get stolen from you. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked. Okay, so actually something has to squeeze by through in order to get in there. The only reason people play this card is because it's a combo card. You play it, then you get a bunch of cards, then you can bounce it back to your hand, replay it over and over again, or blank it or something like that. You can't play this card fair. If you're gonna play this card fair, you're gonna end up in a lot of pain. Sack this for the new Lotus, 6 mana. What's the new Lotus? I've lost track of the Lotuses. Did they have any Lotuses in Final Fantasy? All right, who is next? Hexanort, Horizon Stone. Mana Fixer for Eldrazi decks. What, for colorless? Pay 5 for an artifact. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. The hell does that mean? If you would lose unspent mana. So what, do we get to keep it? It didn't really say we keep it. It's just like, okay, if you would lose this red mana, it's colorless mana, and maybe you lose it. But there's like no other point to this card. It's... What year is this? 2020? Okay, so I guess we keep it? Like, there's no other point to this thing. If you, that mana becomes colorless instead. As long as it's under your control, you retain the unspent mana as steps and phases end. Why didn't they just say that? Yeah, why does it say instead? What? I mean, the phrasing on this it's just stupid, but whatever. Unspent mana is now colorless floating in your pool. Then why don't they just say, if you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead, and you do not lose mana as steps and phases end, like a lot of other cards say. There's tons of other cards that say that. This is like a card with a completely unwritten rule attached to it. Instead of losing the mana. Well, it still feels like I'm losing the mana here. Yeah, it definitely should at least have had some reminder text clarifying what it was. You know what? Someone at Wizards was like, this flavor text is an absolute banger. We cannot lose a word of this flavor text. What is it? Crewfix once dreamed that he traveled beyond the edge of the world to an unfamiliar land. Curious, he picked up a rock and awoke to find it had followed him from the dream into reality. That's creepy. The rock came from the dream. All right, let's move on here. Does anyone have no card yet? Fulton doesn't have a card. Voltlin. See, Snid. What the hell is a Snid? Okay, I guess that's a Snid. It's a beast. It's a 5 mana 3/3. Tap, target lands type becomes the basic land type of your choice until end of turn. Good God!
No, God, please, no!
That's bad. Five mana. That's 5 mana mana fixing on a creature in blue. Everywhere where you don't want to see it. Beanpot says Jeweled Amulet. Zero mana artifact, pay 1, tap, put a charge counter on Jeweled Amulet. Note the type of mana spent to pay this activation cost. Play this ability only if there are no charge counters on Jeweled Amulet, so only 1 charge counter on it. Tap, remove a charge counter from Jeweled Amulet. Add 1 mana of Jeweled Amulet's last noted type to your mana pool. I'm just wondering, if we untap this thing a million times in response, would that work? Like, does that work? So I go tap, untap, tap, untap, tap, untap, tap, untap like a million times. Does that qualify? Like, while they're all on the stack. No, play this ability only if there are no charge counters on Jeweled Amulet. Like, if I respond to all of them without them resolving, I assume this would work. Just trying to figure out how to break the spirit of whatever the hell this card was trying to do. Robert with another super chat. Chaos Moon. And it's pronounced crescendo. Oh, you're right. Chaos Moon. What is this? Blood Moon's ugly cousin? It's a 4-mana enchantment. During each player's upkeep, count the number of permanents. If that number is odd, all red creatures get +1/+1, and mountains produce an additional red when tapped for mana until end of turn. If the number is even, all red creatures get -1/-1, and mountains produce colorless mana instead of their normal mana until end of turn. Well, guess what? You might be fixing the mana of the mono red Eldrazi deck in a really weird, stupid way. Jackal says Lotus Bloom if no one said it. I don't think so. But I don't know if anyone would say this is bad mana fixing. Like, this is just a good card all around. You get 3 mana of any one color. How could that go wrong? I gotta disqualify this. It's amazing mana fixing. You get, it's a Black Lotus. It's basically like saying Black Lotus is bad mana fixing. Yeah, give me another card, Jackal. Give me another card. We're gonna be here all night. David Sampson with Coal Golem. Is it related to Lava Golem? It looks like a Lava Golem. It's a 5-mana 3/3 Golem. Pay 3, sacrifice Coal Golem. Add triple red to your mana pool. We got 3 red to our mana pool, but at what cost? This is terrible. I paid 5. I am paying 6. Sorry, we are paying 8 mana for 8 mana to get 3 red back. Surely there's a more efficient way to get 3 red mana in this world. Surely it can get better than this. Al with Mindbend. Oh, a card that doesn't work on Magic Online. I know, I've tried. It's a blue instant. Change the text of target permanent by replacing all instances of one color word with another, or one basic land type with another. I would actually like to play with this card. I kid you not. I would seriously play with this card in Modern, but it's broken on Magic Online. Like, it's just it doesn't work. What happens is you play it and it goes into the graveyard and it does nothing to my opponent. Because I would love to play with Seize Claim these days, but Seize Claim, you can't play that in instant speed. I'd love to do this at instant speed. Can you change Devotion colors, though? You may change I think there's another card that does that. Not this one. This one will not do that. Belcher decks play Lotus Bloom. That's the 5th most popular deck in Modern right now. Oh, there's a lot of decks that played Lotus Bloom. It has a very long history. Next super chat from John, the Llanowar Envoy. Is not cash money. 3 mana, 3/2. Yes, pay 2 mana, add 1 mana of any color. Pay 2, get 1 back. The infinite money losing machine. This is actually really representative of gambling at a slot machine. You put like more money in, you get a little bit, you get something back. You feel like you're ahead, but no, you're not ahead. Did you count how much did you put in? This is the classic, how much did you lose? Look, everyone, I got 1 mana of any color. But how much did you lose? What did you pay for that 1 mana? Oh boy, Aristocave. This is a land tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, unless any player pays 1. And with more players in play, it's not like you're gonna have to politic them to let them give you that mana. Okay, Jackal. Pentad Prism, 2 mana to produce just 1. No, you get both. You produce Sunburst. So this enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it. For each color of mana spent to cast it, remove a charge counter from Pentad Prism. Add 1 mana of any color. So actually, what you can do is take 2 mana, like take like a blue and or black, and then turn it into any mana. So I have to disqualify that one too. We want bad mana fix. We need bad mana fixing here. Keep trying though. Trip Fontaine, North Star. Like a great... Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. It's terrible. It's so bad, I saved it to remind me that this has got to be the thumbnail for the show. Felicia with Blood Celebrant. This is a black 1/1. Pay a black 1 life. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So basically, in addition to play... It's like, okay, they don't want to make a channel where you just pay life and get mana. So how about you pay up 2 and you lose life to get the mana? That'll make it fair. And they're right. It did. No one plays this card. Tyler Bremer. What about Ice Cauldron from Ice Age? I don't even remember what that does. It's like some storage card, right? I actually dread reading this card. Look at all this text. It might as well be like an AI generator custom-made card. 4 mana artifact. Pay X, tap. Put a charge counter on Ice Cauldron and exile a non-land card from your hand. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. Note the type and amount of mana spent to pay this activation cost. Activate this ability only if there are no charge counters on Ice Cauldron. Then you can tap and remove a charge counter from Ice Cauldron. Add Ice Cauldron's last noted type and amount of mana to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast the last card exiled with Ice Cauldron. I mean, at the very least, it'll give you a headache. You'd have to be... You know what you could use this card for? Seriously. You could probably cheat with this card. No one's gonna really know what this thing does in your play group. You could be like, I don't know, you add 2 charge counters on it. You just start fudging up the rules with this thing. Imagine Imagine building a deck specifically just to cheat because all the rules are just like the wording on all the cards is all stupid. So the whole purpose is like not to play with the card, play with any of your cards properly. But they're all bad anyway, like the Ice Cauldron, so you don't intend on winning anyhow. It's just to completely ultra jank up your play group. We got Caden with Blanket of Night. I also agree, says, this is like a more complicated and more versatile version of one of my favorite cards, the Ice Concept. That's right. Okay, Blanket of Night. This is a 3-mana enchantment. Each mana-producing land is a swamp, in addition to its normal land type. I didn't know this existed. So this is basically Fair Blood Moon in black. I bet this was fixed Blood Moon in a weird way. I don't know if no, Blood Moon was probably a hate card back then. Like this is technically just strictly for fixing. Yeah, make a Dead Ringers deck. That's right. You could even call it that. Yeah, allow me to fetch my Yu-Gi-Oh! Magnifying Glass. I'm gonna be a dad. Well, congratulations. Thought Lace. We have a blue interrupt. Change the color of target spell or target permanent to blue. Cost to cast, tap, maintain, or use special abilities of target remain unchanged. Does not change, is not mana fixing, actually. I mean, change the colors of stuff, but does not actually fix nothing. Because it doesn't affect lands. Cost to cast, yeah. Gotta disqualify it. Target spell or permanent becomes blue, that's all. Actually, look at the Oracle text on the thing. It's much simpler here. Target spell or permanent becomes blue. It's a blue card. But the problem is, like, you would have to have already cast the card for you to cast this card on it, you know? You know what I mean? We got the Cartage, Castle Singer. Oh, did we do this one? Oh, I'm sorry, we did this one. You can give us another one. We did 2 of the Homelands cards. We didn't do... So there's 3 of them that we didn't do. Trip Fontaine with Standing Stones. 3-mana artifact. Pay 1, tap. Pay 1 life and add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. This ability is played as an interrupt. Effects of reading this card are useless. It's just 3 mana. This is... Okay, this is worse than the last card that we looked at. We have to. Okay, this doesn't add mana by itself. We have to pay 1 and pay a life to get our 1 mana of any color. That is junk to the extreme. Mana drafting back then, and I bet you still needed this to fix your mana. The dark. No, that wasn't. I wonder if you combine like the dark and legends and all those other sets together, like we do these days, would it make a fine drafting format? I'm sure it's terrible just by itself. Toad's like, I need to take my pills. All right, let's go. Let's go look at Myriad Landscape. Don't forget to take your pills, Toads. Everyone, take your pills when you need to. Don't worry, you have to sacrifice the show. Trust me, it's gonna be back tomorrow. Land. This land enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, add a colorless. Pay 2. Tap. Sacrifice this land. Oh, you have to pay 2? Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Well, that's not the worst in the world. That share a land type? Oh, that's bad. Put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. It's not the worst. Enters tapped. No, okay, screw it. It's pretty bad. It's definitely, but it's ramp. It's bad fixing, but it's good ramp. It's fine ramp, I should say. Matthew Green with the super duper chat. Cryptic Spires. Outside of Double Masters Limited. Oh! It's not going to fix anything. As you create your deck, circle 2 of the colors below. It enters the battlefield tapped and add 1 mana of either of the circled colors. It's basically just a bad tap land. You know, we didn't get to scry. We didn't gain a life. We didn't shoot someone for 1. What good is this thing? And it gets even worse when we're playing regular constructed. Jackal is back. All right, come on, Jackal. Let's do it. Okay, let's look at Mirex. Come on, Mirex. 3rd time's the charm. Tap, add a colorless. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Activate only if Mirex entered the battlefield this turn. Pay 3. Tap, create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. I'll give it to you. It's like it reminds me of something. I can't remember what it is. But basically, like there's a land that comes into play with, I think, a counter, and when you tap it, you get mana. I think you get mana of any color you want. But then after the counter is gone, you have to tap it for colorless for here on out, and that makes it like pretty clunky. So this is just a one-time thing, and it has to be on the very first turn. It only fixes on the turn it came in. After that, it's just colorless. Dinglebag. Did we do the burnished heart? Nope. 3 mana 2/2, pay 3, sack the creature, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. This is absolute trash. Is this like a commander staple? Like they put this in every... It looks like a commander card. Free mana fixing. Free. Air quotes. Tendo Ice Bridge? Is that what I was talking? Tendo Ice Bridge. I feel like it's a different card. Comes to play as a charge counter, tap, add colorless, remove a charge counter, add... Maybe it is this. I swear there's some deck I've played against on a semi-regular basis in one of the competitive formats. Maybe it's Legacy, maybe it's Modern, that played this. Would Amulet play this card? I don't think so. Burnished Heart is somewhat of a commander staple, but not as much as Solemn Simulacrum. Oh yeah, Solemn Simulacrum, big time. Let's take a look at Pick-a-Beeble. What is this janky nonsense you're suggesting on the show? Roll a 6-sided die. Put a number of luck counters on Pick-a-Beeble equal to the result and create a treasure token. Then if there are 6 or more luck counters on Pick-a-Beeble, claim the prize. Create 2 treasure tokens, then sacrifice Pick-a-Beeble and open an attraction. This makes no sense to me. I just read... I don't even know what I'm reading here. It just looks like it came from another game. You know, I gotta pick a prize? Like, what one of my prize cards from Pokemon? If I get 6 prize cards, do I win the game? Okay, next up, we got Surefire Selves with Cryptex. It's a puzzle you can get at the dollar store. 2 mana artifact. Tap, collect evidence 3, add 1 mana of any color. Put an unlock counter on Cryptex. Also sacrifice Cryptex. Surveil 3, then draw 3 cards. Activate only if Cryptex has 5 or more unlock counters on it. Interesting. Bro doesn't know how attractions work. I don't. And let me tell you, my competitive players, they don't want to know how attractions work. They don't want to know how stickers work. And they didn't try. It's like a waste of space in my brain. What is Labubu? Is that a card? Oh, you're referencing something else. I don't know what Labubu is. Trapped Cosmos with unique charmed pants. You people! I don't know what this means. For 2 tickets, tap, add 1 mana of any color. We got like a squid looking thing here. For 3 tickets, whenever this creature attacks, if it's not the Brushwag, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of super types and card types and subtypes it has. Is this like a thing where I dump $50 into those carnival games and I get like 2 tickets, and at the end of it, I got 1 mana? I go to the prize wall with my tickets and like, what can I get with this? Can I get the big stuffed animal? No, you can only get like the keychain, the pencil eraser, and you can get 1 mana with that. Benjamin Berkey with Deepwater. How deep do you want to go, Benjamin Berkey? It's a blue enchantment. Blue, all mana producing lands you control provide blue instead of their normal mana until end of turn. You know, it doesn't have upkeep or cumulative upkeep like a lot of other cards, so this could be great. Blue, yeah. I could see a world where you play a blue deck with a lot of colorless lands. It'd be pretty cool. Incorrect. CDH players play with name sticker goblin. I don't need to know how those cards work. I don't need to know. I'm not interested. Toilet Duck with Quirion Explorer. Quirion. Let's explore. Let's explore together, Wolfie. 2 mana, 1/1. Tap, add 1 mana. Add to your mana pool 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. So our fate is in our opponent's hands. Complete fate. DLA, Right to Flame. Is it Right of Flame or Right to Flame? Not sure of the ramp cards. This card is broken. I mean, at worst, you add double red to your mana pool. So, I mean, if you're in a mono red deck, you don't. So this is a fixing show. You fixed your red deck into more red mana for less mana than it cost you. So this is definitely the opposite direction. The Eager Flame Guide from Steve Cooper. We have an arena card. Oh, it's a raccoon. It's a 3 mana 3/3. When it enters, add triple colorless. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. When Eager Flame Guide dies, exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of turn. Sorry, until the end of your next turn. You can cast creature spells from among the exiled cards. I would actually argue this card is good. This is actually too good for the show. Because you got literally 3 free mana. Okay, so first off, you got a 3 mana 3/3. That when it dies, you get value. But then even if it doesn't die, when it enters the battlefield, you got 3 colorless. Although, okay, you know what? I'll give you this. You can only spend it to cast creature spells. So it's got to be like an artifact creature or some sort of weird Eldrazi. Maybe that's too narrow. Maybe it's too narrow. I'm going to be a dad with Rainbow Veil. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. An opponent gains control of Rainbow Veil until end of turn. Mana fixing, but at what cost? Wizards of the Coast needs to print the Fire Raccoon. Wait, regular Fire Raccoon? Total says, let's explore together Wolfie. That sounds like something I expect to hear on a Far Lands or Bust stream. What the hell is that? If you know, you know. I don't know. And I don't know if I want to know. Trip Fontaine with the Henge of Ramos. Just out of curiosity, is this like a better time for people or worse? I'm getting like the same amount of people showing up. Maybe slightly different clientele in the evening than in the afternoon. Land, tap to add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. Then for 2 mana, tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Oh, did we do this one? I think we did this one. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 99% sure we did this one. Or either it was that or we did one that looked identical to this. Okay, we did look at it. It's got not a snipe anyway. It's 4 a.m. here. Yeah, I'm making you Europeans work really hard. Did your phone wake you up or something, old boy? You want the city of ass. Oops, this is the wrong one. This is the real one. Yeah, I know, but this is a silver border card. Comes into play tapped. Tap, add 1.5 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. It's not even real. Yeah, this time is for the risque magic show. What the hell? Copyright in the spirit of Rainbow Veil. Witch Engine. I feel like we did that one. Oh no, we didn't. It's a 6 mana 4/4 Swamp Walker. Tap, add quadruple black to your mana pool. Target opponent gains control of your Witch Engine. Stay off my Witch Engine. This is my Witch Engine. Why are they stealing my Witch Engine around here? Okay, the Cartage with Undiscovered Paradise. No, it's discovered now. Tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. At the beginning of your next untap phase, return Undiscovered Paradise to the owner's hand, which is going to be you. 5 mana at any cost. At any cost. Thawing Glaciers. It's so funny that you say this, Joe Tiefer, that this is a bad card, because it used to be good. Okay, so here's the old picture, but I want to read the new templating. Thawing Glaciers enters the battlefield tapped. Pay 1, tap, search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library, return Thawing Glaciers to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next cleanup step. For the people that cannot stand flooding out, this is your card. This is your champion. All right, this will look for all your stupid lands and dig them out of your deck. Now, in the past, it's funny, I associate this with being a blue card, but technically any deck could play this. It says search your library for a basic land card. Yeah, it used to be a staple. Used to be an expensive reserve list card. Now it's like $18, which is a very far cry from what it used to be, because it's just terrible. Okay, so I was trying to think, like, how is this even good back then? It doesn't even make sense to me. It came into play tap, so you have no mana. Now, next turn, you have to play a land, and then you pay 1, tap this, search your library for a basic land card, put that onto the battlefield tapped, but then you can't even replay Thawing Glaciers that turn. So next turn, on turn 3, you play Thawing Glaciers tapped, but then that's your land drop for the turn. So basically, on every other turn, you're like down a land. And also, you're like never ahead. It feels like this is so far behind you're just always behind on mana if you use this stupid thing. Matthew says, if you did it at night, I would never miss a show because my job is based on the amount of customers we do on a day. Interesting. So what you're telling me is you have a lot of business. You win the hyper control mirror. I mean, yes, that was the deal. Whoever has more mana wins in those matchups, especially if they go like land go, land go, land go. I mean, this is the best land go card possible. But you are correct. But I'm an MTG boomer. Oh yeah, do you know what, Mason? That's a great idea. I've got to play this with Amulet. Amulet of Vigor would make this card awesome. Make it actually playable. Thawing Glaciers was very good back in the day. I know. It's a lot of cards that were good back in the day. We need to just bring back the old formats. That's all we need to do. We need to bring back Alliance's Standard. We need to bring back Old Extended. I think that's what pre-modern should have been. Exesta with Field Mist Border post. Oh, these cards! How did we miss these, chat? 3 mana artifact. You may pay 1 and return a basic land you control to its owner's hand, rather than pay field, mists, borders, mana cost. Enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap it for white or blue mana. It was banned in Ice Age block. Well, we can bring. Well, do you know what? We're much smarter now. We're gonna unban it. Banned out of block constructed. We're gonna go back to Ice Age block, and we're gonna unban it. It's gonna be fine. Beanpot seems to be a huge fan of pre-modern. I don't like that they banned Force of Will. So me and pre-modern, we're not on good terms. Quiet Man with Lotus Guardian. Seven mana, 4/4 flyer. Tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Yeah, that's bad mana fixing. The 7 mana fixer. I don't know if you really need to fix the mana at that point, but by all means, go for it. Voltland with Preston Garvey. Is this a pirate? Sounds like a pirate name to me. Oh, I felt like I was so close. I thought this was like, I don't know, some sort of pirate thing. Okay, 5 mana, 4/4 for human soldier. I'm so sad. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a green aura enchantment token named Settlement attached to up to 1 target land you control. It has enchant land, and enchant land has tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Whenever Preston Garvey, Minuteman, attacks, untap each enchanted permanent you control. What the hell is... Okay, we make a green aura enchantment token, and it can enchant a land. Oh, and then the land taps for any color. This is a lot of work. This is too much work to get our land, that's for sure. Beanpot with Moonbow Illusionist. Three mana, 2/1. Moonfolk Wizard. Flying. Pay 2. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target land's type becomes the basic land type of your choice until end of turn. Oh my god. Return a land. Target land's type becomes a... And it's only until end of turn. It's not even permanent. Did they need the fixing that bad? We're paying 2 mana. We're like going backwards. Oh, we could use this for land drops, though. For the landfall freaks out there. Some people, they'll do anything to get in extra land drops. Keep them lands coming. Okay, AL with Crystal Spray. 3 mana instant. Change the text of target spell or permanent by replacing all instances of 1 word or basic land type with another until end of turn. Oh, and we draw a card. We're going to get some value out of that card. Lesthian with Branch of Vitu Ghazi. It's a land that taps for a colorless. It also has Disguise of 3. When Branch of Vitu Ghazi is turned face up, add 2 mana of any one color. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Well, at least they give you that for all the work that you're going through in order to flip the stupid thing. A lot of work here. Spreading Seat. You know, it's funny that you say that. So as a mana fix, this is actually, it has fixed my mana very poorly many times because I have to like basically screw myself. It's a 2-mana enchant land. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted land is an island. I have used this to fix my mana like on multiple occasions because I might be in a situation where I need the double blue to cast my double blue cards. So I have to enchant my Mutavault with Spreading Seas. It is an awful play, but I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, it breaks Urza Saga now. Yeah, but it's not good mana fixing. Oh, it's good mana fixing for our opponents. We want to fix their mana like this. It is a huge benefit. Felicia, Hall of Gemstone. 3-mana enchant world. During each player's upkeep, that player chooses a color. Until end of turn, each mana-producing land produces mana of the chosen color instead of its normal color. Fascinating. I love it. And I think it's a great way to end the show. And one of those oldie cards. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope I can fix my video. I feel like, look, it changes. Do you see that? I'm getting more cool now. I don't know what it's doing. There's some sort of automatic settings that are screwing everything up. Anyhow, we always do that. We normally do the show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm thinking of changing it though. I don't know if I want to go later or earlier. I can't be late. I can't be on the evenings every single day. That would kill me. Maybe Mondays to Thursdays. I'm thinking of going back to the morning, but usually we do this 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or super chats so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much, my coffee crew, for being here, or the tea nation. Because I mean, if in the evening I suggest drinking tea then coffee. Steve Cooper, Toilet Duck, Christopher B, Oldboy, Toads, Benjamin Berkey, Hexanort, Beanpot, Matthew Green, Jess, gotta love Jess, Surefire Selves, and more. Jesus, because where would I be without all of you? I can't make all these cards in 1 hour, so keep brewing those coffees and teas, coffee crew, and we're gonna keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.